This conference will now be recorded.
So before I start the demo, let me introduce myself. I have overall more than 16 years of experience. I started my career with ABAP, then I moved to SAP UFI, Fiori, ABAP ODATA, Fiori Elements. I worked on various S4 HANA implementation projects. Then I moved to BTP. I worked on various services in BTP like SAP CAPM. I worked on Node.js. I worked on SAP build process automation, build work zone. I worked on the mobile services. I worked on various services in BTP. Currently working, and also I'm working on the SAP Joule. I'm working on the SAP AI, SAP AI Core. Not only this one, I'm working on the even the Azure technologies like Databricks, implementing AAs, and a lot of AI related agentic AI have developed. A lot of things I'm currently working. Okay, so now that is my experience. And coming to the training from past almost more than 10 years, I'm giving training on various topics like SAP UFI, Fiori, ABAP, OData, Fiori Elements, BTP, with CPI, uh, CAPM, Node.js, RAP, ABAP on cloud. So various trainings which I'm giving. Okay, so that is my training experience. Now coming to the today's demo. Sorry, let me get into. Okay. So let us discuss about the agenda today. Uh, okay, we will be discussing about the agenda. Okay, SAP evolutions from starting to till today. What evolutions has come in SAP that we are going to discuss. Okay, ABAP on cloud. Now everyone we are talking about ABAP on cloud. How ABAP is in there in the cloud that we are going to discuss. Of course, next is the BTP. So SAP like Azure, Microsoft, we have Azure. Okay, from Amazon, we have AWS. Like SAP, we have BTP. So what is that exactly that we are going to discuss? Just mute yourself, please. Just mute yourself because there is a lot of background noise is coming. Okay. So next is RAP. What is RAP? ABAP RESTful Application Programming Model. What is it? So that we are going to discuss. And S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions. So how we do the latest technologies, removing the baddies, or user exits, enhancements, everything we'll do extension using in-app. Okay, and side-by-side extension, that is a clean core approach we are talking about. What is that side-by-side extensions? And next is evolution of the ABAP. What evolutions has come in ABAP from starting date to till date and SAP Fiori. So we then will develop one small application. Okay, and then coming back now, come to the Joule. Now everything is in Joule only. What is it? SAP Joule. What, how it is happening that we are going to discuss. So what is the build? SAP build is a service in BTP where inside the SAP build we will be able to create a Joule skills. Why we need required that we are going to discuss. Then what kind of things can custom Joule skill do? And next is a Joule for developers. So these are the topics which high level we'll be discussing. Okay, just mute yourself. I think someone I'm seeing still just background noise I'm getting. Just mute yourself, please. Okay, next. So SAP evolutions. So we will be discussing about the from the starting date to till date. Okay, what evolutions has come in the SAP world. Okay, I'm not going to say that this has come first and second, this has come second. I'm going to tell that what are the technologies which has come from the starting date to till date. That is I'm going to discuss. Okay, the first is the file exchange. So we already know that we have used, if you want to send the data from our SAP system to the external systems, the oldest approach which still today also we are using, that is called the file exchange. Okay, so using this one we are able to transfer the data. Okay, FTP SFTP concept is correct. So now once we transfer the data, so later we have introduced the PIPO systems. Okay, so we are sending the data from our SAP system to the PIPO system where we are doing mappings, conversions, encryptions, and then we're sending to the third party system. So this is the file transfer protocol which we are using as PA as a middleware. So now here, now if we come to the greenfield approach, okay, so which I have worked, where what we did is we removed the PA system completely and we moved to CPI. Okay, so if so we have removed this PIPO systems and we moved to the CPI. This is called the one of the green, okay, clean core approach. Instead of doing into the on-premises system, moving to the cloud is called the clean core approach. Okay, next is the RFCS. Today also we are calling the RFC function modules to getting the data from SAP to SAP systems, as well as even the SAP to the non-SAP systems also. How we are generated will develop a RFC function model in Java code or in the code. They will be installing the RFC plugin and they will be calling our BAPIs or function models, remote function models. Okay, so we are using this interface. Okay, so this is the evolution which has come. Next is the IDOC. Yes, absolutely. We know that we are using this IDOC, and all of the projects are still today are using IDOC to transfer the data from SAP to SAP as well as SAP to non-SAP systems. Right, and then with the later another is called SOAP service, which is nothing but a web services. So which follows the okay SOAP protocol, and using that we are going to transfer the data from SAP to non-SAP systems or SAP systems to SAP. Okay, this is the protocol which we are using till today also we are using, and even in the cloud also people still using in the SOAP service, because when you want to send the huge data from SAP to non-SAP system, SOAP is the best practice to send it. Okay, and the next is called the S4 HANA has come into the picture. Yes, there is a big revolution has come into the picture. Okay, and using the SAP S4 HANA, okay, where in memory database is coming to the picture. So what is this in memory database is? So coming to the SAP S4 system, the CDS views has come into the picture. Okay, we are going to develop the CDS views, and physically it is stored in the application server, but when you execute that, it will be running on the top of the database, so that performance will be more good. When your system is SAP S4 HANA and you are executing a CDS views, the best practice is this one, because physically it is stored in the application server, but the processing logic is happening on the top of the database, so that you will not see any performance issues. Okay, and also we call it as CDS view as code push down approach, because see, let us assume you go to SC38 report program, you're writing all the select queries there in SC38 report program, and you're writing all your logic like case statements or conversion stick exits function modules, or so those things. When you execute it's running on the application server, but if you remove the select queries and as much as possible like SQL functions or case statements and putting into the CDS view, and the desired output of the CDS view consume in your report, then definitely it is a big performance issues will be resolved. Okay, so this is we call it as code push down approach. As much as possible, if you put not only the getting the data from the using select CDS views, you can also do some calculations, aggregation functions, arithmetic functions, little bit statements. You can use it, so that instead of running into the application server, you are running the CDS to the top of the database, the performance will be good. So that is another advantage of using the CDS, which is the part of the SAP S4 HANA. And then coming back to the OData. Of course, the OData is available in ECC as well as SAP S4 HANA, but it is a big change, because when you use the expose your SAP data using the OData protocol, anyone can access very easily, whether you put it into the any system, any third-party technology, okay, they can easily consume the OData. Okay, so here let us assume that instead of having a middleware, any other technology like Java, Node.js, AngularJS, React, anything can easily consume this OData instead of having a middleware. in between the picture. So this is the advantage of using the which follows the crude operations whenever you using the OData protocol, trying to expose, create, update, delete, filter, sort, everything will be taken. You can query the data using automatically in the URL itself. So that is the advantage of using OData. And then of course we discussed about the CDS, okay, which is the part of the SAP S4HANA, and BOP of which is the transactional behavior of Fiori apps. Okay, so before RAP has come into the picture, BOP first to do this part instead of doing in the SAP UIF front end. So now RAP has come into the picture. BOP is getting deprecated. Everything we are going to use RAP technology to develop the our cloud web applications as well as APIs. So these are the starting date to till date. Lot of evolution has come. For example, let us assume that like we have user exit, we have enhancements, we have baddies. This all will be getting slowly deprecated. Everything will be future is called SAP in-app extensions. Okay, so this is the evolution has come in SAP. So now the creating of the tables in the going to SC11 T code and creating data dictionaries, the tables, the data dictionary, creating the tables, views, everything we done in Eclipse or using the SAP in-app extensions. That is what which I'm going to show in my training. Where when you move to the public cloud, there is no GUI screen at all. Everything in Fiori apps only. There is Fiori apps called implement baddies. There is another one Fiori app that is called the uh, uh, you will not do any baddies at all. Everything is using Fiori apps, using in-app extensions, creating tables, creating views. Okay, everything will be doing in the Fiori apps also. That is the part of the your public cloud, SAP uh, public S4HANA cloud. Okay, so any questions, guys, until now? Any questions? You guys are able to understand?
Hey, this is Kumar. So I
Yeah,
don't
please
have
go.
any prior ABAP or an SAP experience, okay, knowledge as
Mm,
well. So is
mm.
this, can I understand the rest of the program as well?
Yeah, yeah, I'll tell. So those who
Okay,
have whatever the training which I'm talking about, RAP, Joule, I'm talking build, okay, and S4 this all the base is the ABAP. Okay, we need to know when we want to develop a RAP application because advance of ABAP is RAP. So what I am doing, those who like you saying that this is new to me, I am providing free ABAP recording videos. So they
okay,
can, okay, based on my experience, I'm not putting everything ABAP. Okay, I'm putting basic ABAP, little bit advanced ABAP. Then you will be in a position to learn RAP. What are the new things which I'm talking about?
okay. Thank you.
This
Got
is I'm going. Whoever joins this training, I'm providing free. Okay, in
it.
basic
Okay,
ABAP, advanced ABAP, oops ABAP will be the little bit bad user exits I have touched. Just but I didn't put everything in ABAP. But you will be in a position to learn, no doubt, in
okay,
this new
okay.
technologies. Okay, yeah.
Thank
So now, yeah, no problem. Now coming to the evaluation of the ABAP. So we discussed SAP evaluations. We discussed, okay, we discussed about the what are the evaluation has come. Now we'll discuss about the evaluation of the ABAP. What has come. So if your system is ECC system, okay, you will have ECC and SAP NetWeaver and any DB that Oracle DB used to have. Now you are migrating or upgrading to your systems. So instead of ECC, okay, you will move to the SAP S4HANA cloud. Or from ECC, you can move to S4HANA public cloud or private cloud also you can move. Okay, so then your database will be HANA database, SAP S4HANA database. But if you move to the SAP S4HANA system or if you move to SAP S4HANA public cloud or private cloud, ABAP layer is same. There is no changing in the ABAP layer. Is it clear? There is no change in the ABAP layer. Okay. So now what is coming in the change in the ABAP layer is called RAP. Okay. So all your FTPs, SFTPs, all your IDOCs, okay, which you are doing, okay, can be all your module programs. Okay, all your report programs, everything can be converted into the RAP methodology. Okay, all this can be shifted to RAP, or you can start using the RAP instead of doing this all old approaches. The future of the ABAP is RAP. Okay, so the RAP is available in from SAP S4 HANA greater than or equal to 1909 on-premises system. It is available in SAP S4 HANA public cloud. It is available in SAP S4 HANA private cloud. It is available in the BTP ABAP as an ABAP service in BTP. So this is nothing but a ABAP on cloud. So the future of the ABAP is clear. It is RAP. Any questions
Bobby?
here? Yeah, please
Yeah.
tell me.
So how the IDOC will be done here in the
Yeah,
RAP?
we'll convert into APIs.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So see, when you go to public cloud, public cloud, there is no IDOC, there is no GUI only.
Yeah, but most of the clients are using SAP neither perform, you know,
Most of the clients are using SAP. What?
GUI only. They are not preferring to S4 HANA. So when I talk to them, I
No, there
suggest
is
the
a
same.
in 2030. Okay, SAP will start supporting ECC.
Okay. Sorry,
Okay,
support ECC.
SAP will stop ECC.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone has to go to S4 HANA. Now, in slowly, SAP will start supporting SAP S4 HANA also. Everyone has to go to public cloud or private cloud.
Okay. So once the course is completed, so we are able to build end-to-end RAP applications, you know.
Yes, not only RAP, you are going to develop Fiori applications using RAP methodology. Not only that, you
Okay.
will be able to work on S4 HANA in-app and side-by-side extensions in on-premises as well as BTP. And you will be working on even SAP Joule for developers. SAP Joule you will
Okay.
be working.
So only
Okay.
the base we need to learn about this CDSV. We should be thorough with the
No,
CDSV,
I'll
right?
start with CDS views. We'll go. Let's not go. I will explain the total topics which I'm going to cover in the training.
Yeah. Sure, sure.
Okay. So let's not. Okay. Let's discuss right now. Any questions right as of now? Anyone have any questions? Okay. Next. So evolution of the ABAP programming model. So we discussed evolution of the ABAP. Now evolution of the ABAP programming model. Okay, so now if your SAP system is in ECC or less than 7.5, used to do classical programming and ABAP normal style, correct? So if your system is ECC, you cannot do anything. It is just a ECC system used to do user exits, bad age, that's all. Now if your ABAP system is greater than or equal to 7.5, you will be able to, that time we used to have a called ABAP programming model on Fiori, where we used to have SCGW, okay, CDS views, okay, and then BOPF. But when you are moving to the cloud or public cloud, private cloud, or S4 HANA on-premises system greater than or equal to 1909, you can start developing ABAP RESTful application programming model called RAP, where your SCGW, ODATA, everything will get deprecated. Everything we call it as business service in RAP. Okay, the CDS view, yes, CDS view is available in the RAP method, RAP also. So the base to develop RAP is CDS view. Okay, and CDS based BOPF will get deprecated. Everything behavior definition implementation which we do in the RAP. So this is evolution of the ABAP has come. Before it was classical approach, then ABAP programming model for SAP Fiori, now ABAP RESTful application programming model. Any questions? No. Next. So what is RAP? So ABAP RESTful application programming model is nothing different from ABAP. It is ABAP only, but it is helping to develop applications by bringing you the best concepts, best tools, best frameworks, best languages, best practices, so that the developer can develop the applications in an efficient way. That is called RAP. It's not other than ABAP. It is ABAP only, but it is bringing us the best framework to develop applications. It is bringing you the best languages, best practices, best tools, the best concepts, so that the developer can develop the applications in the efficient way. That is called RAP. Okay, so what we can do using RAP, we can do service developments. That is, you can develop SAP Fiori UI services, you can develop web APIs. Okay, so what we using the universal usable programming model, whether you can do greenfield developments and brownfield developments. You can see I worked on one project, okay, where the client is moving from a SAP S4 HANA some around 17 or 10 to or to 2021. Okay, so that time they said that, can you give me the cloud readiness solutions, because future we may will go to the public cloud. This is the project which I worked. So what I have given as a okay lead, I have given the solutions, cloud readiness solutions. I asked that what are the report programs which you have, which business is using more times, convert those report programs into the RAP methodologies. And what are the like SFTPs, IDOCs, okay, whether you are using okay transfers, this all convert everything into RAP APIs, so that very important so that when you are moving to the cloud, public cloud, there will be ready solution this all, because in the public cloud you have RAP and you can easily just ready to move it. Okay, this is a solution which I have given, and they have started converting SE38 report programs into the RAP, as well as all the integrations which they have, like old approaches, everything I moved to the RAP APIs. So this is called as greenfield developments and brownfield developments will come into the picture. Any questions, guys? No. So where is RAP is available? It is available on premises as well as in the cloud. Okay, next. So CDS views, how, as we spoke about RAP, and I spoke about the framework, correct? Okay, so now let us discuss the RAP framework end to end. Okay, so we generally will have a database table. Okay, so we will be developing a CDS view to get the data from the database table. Okay, and then we'll create a root view. Means why we create a root view CDS view, because let us assume we are having a sales header and item and schedule items. So sales header is a root view and sales items and schedule items are the normal CDS view. We'll be linking from header to items. So that is the reason I have to tell to the RAP methodology that which is a root view. So that is the reason when you will be creating a root view. And then we can restrict the data for the different users using the data access control concept. Okay, next is the metadata extensions. What is metadata extension? All the UI annotations. Okay, we are going to use a template which is provided by SAP. So we'll add the UI annotations to enhance the template of the Fiori app. So that we'll be putting into the RAP methodology. Then we'll create a behavior definition. What is behavior definitions? Whether you want to create a record, delete a record, update the record, actions, determinations, validations, everything will be defining in the behavior definition. That is nothing but a behavior definition language. So what we define in the behavior definition, we'll create a behavior implementation for every what you define in the behavior definition. For everything, there will be one class method will get methods will get created, and inside the method we'll be writing the ABAP code. So now you understood, it is a bringing you the best framework, best practices to develop the RAP application. Any questions, guys?
So in ABAP behavior implementation, what kind of code we are writing?
We ABAP code only will write. You see, ABAP code. You can see I have written ABAP and oops ABAP code will write.
Okay.
And
So initially you told that the CDS will be right.
CDS views is there, no? CDS views, see, if CDS views is just only fetching the data. Okay, and you can do limited calculations, but real code where you will be writing. For example, based on the user action by clicking on the button, certain things should happen, correct? Where you will be writing the code? We'll define in the behavior definition, we'll write the code in the behavior implementations. Whether you want to create the recorder, you have to write the code, no? So for that, you will define in the behavior definition, you will write in the behavior implementations. Okay. Whether you want to update the recorder, we will define in the behavior definition and we will write into the behavior implementations. Whether you want to do validations of certain things, so we'll define in the behavior definition, we'll write the code in the behavior implementations. Is it clear?
Yeah. Bobby, one question. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Audible, please tell me.
Yeah. So is it like the code pattern? I'm just thinking, let's say tomorrow we have a similar requirement from another project, and the root view can be shared, right? Root view stays the same,
No,
and then you put another behavior implementation on it?
see, I would suggest root view should not be saved, but your CD, which is there, what you can say, you have to create in a framework. Okay, I'll tell you. We will create an interface view, okay, and we will create a consumption view. Okay, so the interface view which we are creating, okay, will be putting into the your all the childs, okay, and then we will create the consumption view, right? So that consumption view we will share to the different projects. There on the top of this, we'll create one more called projection view. And this projection view is the one which will be consuming in a Fiori app. So best practice is you have to not share your projection view, but you have to share your root view of your interface. Understood? So there are two ways are there. If you go in depth in RAP methodology, we have called projection view, and we call it as another is called root view.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that means I'm keeping my root view intact, right?
Intact
I won't.
other you can share that root view to other. On the top of the root view again you will create a projection view. That
Exactly.
projection view you should not share to anyone. This is
Yeah.
specific to your requirement.
Yes, I understand, because there's a.
Hello, I lost you. Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear
You
me?
guys hear? Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, please
Yeah.
tell me.
So I mean, let's say for one particular view, we have created a root view that can be kept constant and can serve multiple projects based on different access control,
Correct.
different
Yes.
implementations. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what
Yes.
I initially asked, like keeping it common. Yeah.
But I want to add one more point called projection view, which I have not added. That's the reason I'm adding it.
Okay.
Okay. So when you go to the another project, you will create a projection view on the top of this projection root view on the top of this root view again. Okay. So that is the one which you will be using it. Let us assume I have developed a root view. Then I'm shared to you. On the top of that, you will create a projection root view again. And then you will use it, because let us assume we created like a redefined reusability. I have created 100 fields in the CTS view. Now my project, I'm having only 50, and another your project you want to have it 75. So that 75 you'll put it in the projection view and you will consume in the Fiori app. Is it clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions? No. Okay. So now next is called the ABAP programming model on Fiori. I spoke, right? You see this one. Okay. So now before RAP has come into the picture, we used to have ABAP programming model on Fiori, where we used to create a table. Okay. And we used to create an interface CDS view that reads from this table. And then we create a consumption view CDS view that reads from this table. And we used to add a UI annotations, and we used to pull it in the SCGW project or in the OData to publish in the CDS, and then which will generate a OData service of the CDS view and will consume that OData service in our Fiori app. So this is the ABAP programming model on Fiori. Now it is called RAP. So creating the table, creating the interface view that reads from this table, creating the consumption CDS view that reads from the interface view, and creating the metadata extension is same. Okay, what benefit we got is we are defining the entity of the business object. Okay, so we'll give the keyword called root view. Okay, it means a business object in the RAP methodology. And then on the top of the root view, we'll create a behavior definition. And then we'll implement the behavior definition. And then on the top of this, we'll create a behavior projection. And for the behavior definition, and then we'll define the service definition. Whatever the CDS view which we have developed will consume in the service definition which we want to expose, and then we'll create a service binding based on the service definition which will generate a OData URL. That OData URL we are going to consume in our Fiori application, or we will be able to create an API also. Is it clear? So don't go in depth. I'm talking about high level picture only. Any questions here? Is it clear or confusing anything? Anyone have any questions?
Yeah, so the root view that we just mentioned, I'm just trying to connect our previous conversation. So the root view that we built is the entities for business objects on the screen, right?
I'll
Yeah.
explain. I'll explain in the diagram. Okay. So now I have a CDS view. CDS view 1. CDS, it can be 1 to N2. Okay. On the top of this, I create a root view. Okay. Where you think this is the sales header. Okay. And you think this is the sales item. Okay. And this is schedule line items. Okay, then this is a root view. Now I'm going to link this and this using the composition or associations, and this is your root view. Clear? Now here is comes a picture. This is called the project 1, that one person is working, and another one is called the project 2, that you are working, for example. Now I'm going to create a projection view again, and you will try to consume this into here. Okay, and you will try to consume this here. Okay, and again you will be linking this to, and again you will consume this here, and this is, we call it as projection views. Just projecting is, I'm just fetching it. So all your here you will be doing it. Now in the same in project 2, again I will create a projection view because this is for the project 2. Okay, and you will be consuming this, here. This is the reusability. So I am not developing everything. So here we will be able to create a behavior definition also, where we will write the ABAP code. So projection view is only to tell that these are the fields I'm going to show. Is it clear? Now ask any question.
Just trying to connect those line items on this image. So root view, understand the box on the top, the business, that's the business object entity, right?
Yes, this is the business object.
Entity. Yeah, and then the second line item that you have mentioned, which is if you can go back to the screen.
I'm in screen only.
No, I mean the presentation had a couple of line items, right? Business object is one. Okay, and the behavioral, the projection view is the behavioral projection.
Yes, this, yeah, I have not showed in the behavior projection in this diagram. Okay.
This is the behavioral definition then.
I didn't show in this diagram behavior definition.
Okay.
So here we'll be creating the behavior. I'll show you that also. So for this business object, you will create a behavior definition.
So my question was that exactly. So every project view will have its own definitions as well, right? And
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Behavior definition. And for this behavior definition, you will create a behavior implementations. Okay. So this can be reused behavior def in the project 1 as well as in project 2, this section. Okay, yeah, let's get it not too much in depth because people are very new to RAP. Okay, so now let's come back. So now this green color which are there is a concepts of the RAP methodology. RAP framework, where we are defining entities of business object, we are defining the behavior definitions, we are implementing the behavior definitions, we are creating the defining the behavior projections and defining service definition and service binding. And now you are telling that you are moving to the latest technology, but in the old approach I have only very less steps, whereas new approach I have more steps. What is the advantage you are getting? So the advantage which we are getting is, let us say you have developed your entire project using V2 version. Okay, now client says, please do not use ODATA V2 version, try to use V4 version. So if in the old approach, if you do, you have to develop from the scratch. Whereas if you come to the RAP methodology, nothing, you will create one more side. This all from the top to service definition will be untouchable. Okay, you will create a service binding based on the service definition with OData V4 without touching a single code. All your everything will be exposed to OData V4 version. This is the advantage you are getting. Is it clear? Not only that, so if your client wants any additional OData V2 without a Fiori element, that means you want to develop an API. So you can use it without touching at all code. So now your additional, which we spoke about V4 version. Now your client says want an additional OData V2 service without a delete functionality. You not required to do going from the scratch. You will just create another okay, little bit changes in the behavior projection and will do something. That's all. So these are the lot of additional advantages which you are getting. So that is the reason which required extra steps. Is it clear? Any questions?
Hello.
Yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, I have one question. Like, do we going to like see all these things which you are showing in detail, like when in the upcoming sessions, like, or
Yes,
how is it like?
absolutely. Yes, absolutely. That is part of
And
my
this,
training.
yeah, then that CDS and all those things,
Yes,
those are
we'll
also
start
covered.
with. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, okay. So can you
Oh,
share
see,
like?
course details I'll share. I'll share.
Okay.
So I'll tell you. I will start with ABAP CDS use. Okay, we'll go in depth in ABAP CDS use like arithmetic functions, SQL functions, okay, how to implement all the things, associations, compositions, cardinalities, joins. We'll start with that. Then we will move to consume the CDS view and we'll start developing the RAP applications. And we'll develop a list report object page Fiori app, analytical page Fiori app, and overview page Fiori app templates using the RAP methodology. Then I'll show you the course details, then you will understand. Okay,
Okay,
next.
sure. Thank you.
Yeah, next is the application development. Okay, so we will be having one database table. We'll create a CDS view on the top of the database table, and we'll create a as of now today use case demo. I'm not going to show any behavior definition, behavior implementations. So we'll consume the CDS view in the service definition, and we create a service binding, and then we'll consume it in the Fiori app. That is what which we are going to do it now. Okay, so now let us do that. So now coming back. Okay, so here I have I'm in the BTP. Okay, I have enabled the ABAP service in BTP. Okay, so this I'll show you that ABAP service in BTP. Okay, so this is the service which is there, and this I have added in my Eclipse, that instance. You can see the instance which is there here in the BTP. I added this ABAP environment instance here. How I have added? I have downloaded the key of your this one. Okay, you can see here. Click on this one. I have downloaded this key. I have created this and I have downloaded this key, and then I have imported that key by right click, new ABAP cloud project. Okay, click on this extract, import that service key, and then copy it clipboard and close it and just paste it. Click next and copy this login, and I will log in into the BTP account, and this will get added here. Now ABAP on cloud means I am developing my ABAP applications in cloud. Any questions here? Or you want me to show from the scratch? Because anyway, this is part of my training I will be showing.
Bobby, you are using trial account, right?
Yes, I'm using trial account.
How about while in real-time project, will the basis guy will give us
Yes,
service
absolutely. Not basis guy. This all will be your cloud administrator,
cloud?
BTP administrator.
Let's say it is a private cloud.
All
And,
your details will be given by your administrator. Okay.
Yeah.
Any more questions? So there is no GUI at all. No GUI at all. Everything you will be developing in Eclipse only.
Bobby, are you covering Git ABAP, like transporting movement of?
Yes, using the
this,
cloud transport management and CI/CD, we will be moving our objects from one sub account to another sub account. Yes, that is part of my training.
Git you are not covering.
I'll be importing the Git from SAP Fiori applications to the Git. From the Git, I'll be sending the code to BTP. Okay. Using the CI/CD webhook, anyone using the CI/CD, using cloud transport management, and using webhook methods, we are going to do this all in the training. That is part of my training. Okay. Yeah. Next. So let us start developing one wrap application. Okay. So right click, new, other ABAP repository, and you see if you go, you can create tables. Okay. So I'm giving dictionary. You see, when I see dictionary, you can create data element, database table, domain, everything you can create. There is no GUI, everything you'll be doing here only. Click next. So this is the demo. I'm just copying and pasting it. If not, I will just write the code one by one. Okay. Click next and finish. Okay. So now I'm just, what we do, data dictionary, we go, we add each fields, right? I'm just, this is the way we'll be adding the fields. And in the table, if the amount has to be displayed based on the currency, right? Okay. So my, this gross amount, I'm displaying based on the currency code. This one. Okay. So activate it. So this is the demo. I'm just going a little bit fast. Okay. So now here I created a database table. Now I'm going to create a CDS view. Okay, to get the data from the database table. Okay, so now again, right click on the package, other ABAP repository, core data services. See, core data services, you're creating data definition. Okay, so now we'll follow the naming conventions. So ZI stands for the interface view. Which module you are developing is the sales order. Sales order. Click next. SNA transport request. Of course, this is a trial you are not getting. And here see you have, see, I'm giving as root view entity only directly because I don't have any childs, nothing. I have a single. This is my requirement. I don't want anything, only sales. So I will make that CDS view as a root view entity. Then click finish button. Okay, that's fine. So now I will give the database table. Okay, then here I'm pasting my database table name. Okay, and here control space bar. What are the fields which are there in the from database table? It will come automatically here. Okay, now here I'll be adding UI annotations to enhance my template. Okay, so for that I'm just copying pasting. This is called, because I don't want to write one by one. This is a demo. If not, I'll be writing one by one all the annotations. Okay, so now see, these are called the annotations. US stands for user interface. What it will do, it will add these fields in your Fiori applications. Like for example, you have a table, it has to be display the column names. So for that it is line item. And if you want to display the data in the object page, we'll use UFS it. So like this, you will do it. So now you are activating it. I'm going into very simple example. I'm not going to create any projections, anything. Taking very simple example so that you will understand. So we can create behavior definition, behavior implementations, okay, by right click, and this CDS is read you, and you can create a behavior definition. But this, the Fiori app which I'm developing, it's for only fetching the data. I'm not going to do any transactions, data creating, updating, deleting actions, nothing. So then I don't want behavior definitions. If you want those, you will create behavior definitions. Right now, I'm focusing only on the display in Fiori app. So I'm going to service definition. This one. What I'm fetching, this CDS view. See, this is our CDS view, correct? So now I am just giving naming convention. SD stands for service definition. Okay, service definition. Okay, then click next. Then click next. Then finish. So this is your service definition, and in the service definition you are fetching our CDS view. This one. Then activate it. Okay, then we'll create a service binding which will generate a OData service. So what are the CDSO which you are exposing, you have to put it in the service definition. So then go to the business service definitions, right click, new service binding. Service binding. So now here you see whether you want to go to V2, whether you want to go V4, it's up to you. So now right now I want to go to V2. So now again you can go and create another service binding with V4 version, or you can create another service binding with API. It's up to your requirement. See, I have a flexible, I can do multiple service bindings with one service definition. Click next, then finish button. Okay, now we need to activate this service binding. And we will be publishing the service binding. This thing, it will take some time. So now we are service definition. We create a service binding which will generate a Fiori application, which will be able to consume the service binding in our Fiori application where we'll be developing Fiori apps. Okay. So now, yes, it will take some time. Let it come. And now coming to the what is Fiori. So people think that okay, SAP Fiori, it is a technology. No, SAP Fiori is not a technology. Then what it is? It is a platform. No, SAP Fiori is not a platform. Then what it is? It is just a UX provided by SAP software. Okay, means it is just a guidelines to develop the user interface using SAP. Okay, so whenever you say SAP Fiori application, there are a set of guidelines which they're following. That time we are using, and then we call it as SAP Fiori applications. So what are those guidelines? Is role based. Until your application is assigned to your user ID, you will not able to access that application. So design for you, your needs, your work. Responsive. Whenever you say Fiori application, it should automatically support the application in the desktop. It should automatically support to the tablet. It should automatically support to the mobile. So when it supports all your application, all the devices, then it is called a SAP Fiori application. Simple. See, if you look at GUI screens, creating of sales order, the layout is different. Creating the purchase requisition, the layout is different. Creating the invoice, the layout is different. But whenever you are developing the Fiori application, make sure that you bring all in one and also make it very simple. You should not have too many fields. If you look at this sales order screen, we have too many fields. Right. So whenever you are developing this Fiori application, you should make very simple, focusing only on important fields. Coherent, one fluid, seamless experience means for creating of the sales order, the layout is different. Creating the purchase requisition, layout is different. Creating the invoice, the layout is different in GUI screen set. But when coming to the Fiori, you bring all the things only one template, so that end user will not have confusion. So provides one fluid, seamless experience. Then delightful. You should develop your Fiori application in such a delightful so that end user will have emotional connection to work on it. So if you follow all these design principles, then it is called SAP Fiori application. Is it clear? So now this is what I'm just copying it, and now we will be able to, sorry, okay, paste is not here. Sorry, we already opened here, no? So here, paste this URL. So now if you look at paste this URL, okay. See, you got the Fiori and click go button. Of course, there is no data, but this is how you will be able to develop the applications. Is it clear? Any questions?
So I have a question, Bobby.
Go ahead.
So in your CDS view, you have the basic view, right? So the
See,
Z,
I
the
have,
Z.
yeah. Go ahead. Complete your question. Go ahead.
Okay, so that has like 5 fields. So this was developed by, say, you are in my team and you have created this, and tomorrow I am in the same team. I get another 2 more fields or one field that is here that I don't need. Do I have to create a different basic view,
No.
or can I use the same one?
So you are telling that for one project they wanted, another project they don't want it. That is your
Correct.
position? Huh?
Yeah, that
Okay.
I say assume that I want to add one more field to it.
Correct.
Should I
If you look
create
at
a all new one, brand new one?
no. I'll tell you it. See, I have not created projection view here. Okay. So on the top of this, I will create one projection view. Okay. So see, I'm just right clicking, new data definition. Okay. I will make it this as, this is for you I'm doing. Okay. Jet C. Okay. So, shit, sorry. Okay, so here as projection on, you will put this CDS view. Okay, and you control spacebar, insert all the elements. Okay, so now in the projection view, you will add the UI annotations. You will not add here. Okay, so now what you are saying is that, just take this one, copy that. Now you will create a service definition on the top of this one, and you will create a service binding.
Okay,
Okay,
so the
now
basic view usually will not have those annotations, right? They will just have the
correct
fields.
fields.
Okay.
Yes. So now here you says that for you don't want to create it and you will comment it.
Right.
This is how we'll have, but that is the demo. I just given a simple example in real-time project. Sorry. In our trainings, I will show everything.
Okay. And the second question I had was in the Fiori apps library, there are like hundreds or thousands of Fiori apps. Are all the apps created using RAP, or I heard that there is
That
UI5
slowly,
also?
yes, absolutely. There is a UI5 also. See, UI5 is a front-end technology. Okay, so to get the data, you have to get the data from back only, whether through ODATA. So that OData can be done using the CJW, okay, or using the RAP methodology. So if you look at this one, good service binding, okay, which is generated a OData service only. Now you say this is OData service URL.
Right.
So this OData service you can use consume in the templates, or you can consume in freestyle development using SAP UFX.
Okay.
Okay, so that time when you use freestyle development, you will not add this UI annotations here because you're doing everything in the front end. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, it is clear.
Yeah. Any more questions?
And Bobby, in SAP Build, are you covering SAP Build business process automation or?
No. I'm not covering SAP Build process automation. In SAP Build, I'm covering Joule for developers, SAP Joule.
Okay.
Where we are going to develop our application using the SAP Joule for developers. SAP Build process automation is a different topic.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Not in this
That's all.
training I'm covering.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's come back where we are here. Now understood what is Fiori? Fiori is nothing but just a guidelines. You use any technology. If you follow the guidelines of the SAP Fiori, then it is SAP Fiori application. Is it clear? Yeah. Next. Now coming back to the SAP S4HANA extensions. So now we have baddies, we have user exits, we have user exits, and we have enhancements, implicit, explicit enhancements. Okay, and then all the things slowly will get deprecated. Everything we are going to, all the baddies, user exits, enhancements, spines, implicit, explicit will be done everything using custom fields and custom business object and custom business logic. Everything will get deprecated. In S4 HANA public cloud, you will not have this baddies, exits, everything, nothing will be there because there is no GUI at all. So using these concepts, which we are going to do, key user tools. Not only that, even SAP is helping us to create this CDSO, which we are developing in this Eclipse. That also you can use a custom CDSO, Fiori app, you can develop it. Okay, so this all concepts is called SAP S4 HANA in-app extensions. Any questions here? Any questions here? So this is part of my training. Next, side-by-side extensions. So what is side-by-side extension is, let us get into, just explain. So this, you are in the cloud. So side-by-side extension is not a fixed. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, and you are in SAP S4 HANA system. on premises. Okay, and you have some third party vendor. Okay, now let us focus first. This is here in BTP. Okay, now you developed a ODATA service. Okay, and you're consuming this ODATA service in your BTP, whether it can be Fiori applications, you are developing it in BTP. Okay, so the front end part you are developing here, and the back end part you are developing here. So this is called side extension. Let us leave about SAP S/4HANA. Third party vendor is developing some OData in some other system, which is non-SAP systems. You can consume that OData, third party OData, into a SAP Fiori application. So this is also called a side-by-side extensions. Next, so we are, I have added my ABAP instance here now. Okay, so now instance, 1 second, which is there in the cloud only, correct? ABAP. Now I can consume a third-party OData into my and RAP application, and this is also called side-by-side action. Means I am doing my part and I also consuming my OData of third-party into my RAP application. So that is also called side-by-side extension. Means you're developing your RAP application here, and the third-party person is developing their OData and other technology. So this is called side-by-side extensions. So now in my training, I will consume a third-party API into my RAP application and develop a Fiori app along with my current tables which are in my system. Is it clear? So this is called side-by-side extensions. So if you come back to your diagram, I showed one example only. You see, this is SAP BTP and this is SAP S/4 an on-premises system. I have developed the custom fields, custom business object and consuming to BTP. So this is called side by case. Is it clear? Any questions? This is part of my training. So see, whatever the projects which I currently working, that all real-time experience I'm putting in this training. And what are the real-time projects which I worked?
Bobby, other than CFL, do you have any other side-by-side extensions?
Other than
CFL.
What is CFL?
Custom fields and logic.
Correct. See, it is not custom fields logic. It can be any OData service also, no?
Okay.
Correct. It can be anything.
Okay.
Developing side by side is called the side by side extensions. It's not only OData. Anything. If you're building side by side, it is called side by side extensions.
That can be consumed from the private or public cloud images.
Anything.
Right?
It will side by side case.
Okay.
Is it clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Any more questions? What is SAP Joule? So now everything we are talking about AI is coming into the picture. Agentic AI, people are talking AI, agentic AI, everything is changing. World is changing drastically. Okay, so we have to up to the new topics. If not, we'll be back. And this will be the real back because AI is taking away everything. Okay, so now we need to get into the new things. So that is one of the thing called SAP Joule in SAP world. Okay, what is SAP Joule? SAP Joule is a SAP AI co-pilot that truly understands the business context. So one AI co-pilot across SAP ecosystems, whether you are in SAP S/4HANA cloud, public cloud or private cloud or success factors, SAP start more coming. Means this SAP Joule is embedded inside your SAP applications. And when user interacts with the natural language, okay, and consistent experience across the products, out of the box capabilities, okay, which is getting the data from the SAP system and displaying for you. So this SAP Joule, as of now, it is not available in the on-premises system. It is available in public cloud, BTP, and private clouds. Okay, so valued business. So instead of we developing the applications reports, end user or business users will helps users navigate SAP, executes its task, and get insights also of the SAP systems. Just one business end user will type in natural language, he'll get the data. Not only getting the data, hey, create with purchase order. It will get created entering the data. Not required. So create the purchase requisition. So design for you enterprise grade reliability and responsible AI. So what is the goal is mass productivity improvement up to 80%.
Are you there?
Hello. Hi, Bobby. Can you hear us?
I think some problem from his side. I think we'll be
Yeah.
back in a couple of minutes.
Sharing the screen, but
Yeah, you're sharing right now.
Hello, you guys are able to hear me? Hello.
yeah.
Okay, sorry for this. Okay, fine. This is okay. So yeah, please go ahead. What is the question?
You are covering
Anyone?
SAP Joule, so are we? That is the part of this course, right?
Correct. Yes, you're right. So I'll tell you what exactly I'm covering in Joule. Okay. Yeah. Any more questions? Hello, still I lost again. Hello, I lost again. You guys are able to hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, great, thanks. So now, yeah, what kind of things can custom Joule skill do? Okay, integrate non-SAP systems means Joule is not only for SAP. You can connect internal tools, third-party SaaS, legacy systems, APIs, cloud services. So Joule is becoming a single co-pilot for the enterprise, not only SAP. By using for all the custom process, we can integrate using the custom Joule skills. So Joule is specific in every company. Then how Joule will understand by creating the custom Joule skills. Is it clear? Next, out of the box, Joule supports standard SAP scenarios, but the real value is extensibility. Okay, using SAP build, we can create our own custom skills. Own Joule skills. This means Joule can execute our custom business processes, automations, integrations through natural language. So Joule is becoming not just a SAP assistant, but a company-specific business copilot. Next, what kind of things can custom Joule skill do? Okay, so architecture in one line I'm showing. User will go to the Joule UI chatbot and he will give, and this Joule orchestration will go to particular LLM, particular context, particular scenario catalog, and particular custom skill will go. And then how this is happening because of the Joule orchestration. So you type anything, but it has to go to the particular what you are expecting, right? This all is happening by using Joule orchestration. This will take care of you going to particular question which you have asked. It will go to the particular LLM, particular context, particular scenario, particular custom skill, and then it goes to the SAP or non-SAP systems and get the result to the Joule, and end user will be able to access. This is what is happening in the background. Is it clear? So standard Joule handles SAP best practices because it's already built by the SAP, but custom to the customs, we have to create custom processes, we have to do custom Joule skill. Extensibility Joule allows us to plug in our own workflows, automations, integrations built on SAP build and control them through natural language. That's how Joule becomes a real enterprise copilot. Is it clear? Any questions? Next, what is Joule orchestrations? Joule orchestration is the intelligent layer that decides how a user request should be handled, because it is the one who is going to play the key role, whether to fetch information or trigger SAP transactions, call custom flows, or combine multiple actions, all while enforcing security, business context, and responsible AI. Everything is the Joule orchestration. Orchestration is what turns AI into controlled and secure business ready copilot instead of just a chat box. You type something and it can bring anything, no? To cut that, this orchestration is going to bring you exactly what you asked. See, chatbot, LLM, random answer it can give, but with Joule orchestration, user, Joule, particular context, but it has particular authorization or not, it has particular business rules, then execution, then it will give the response. Next, what is Joule for developers? So absolutely, you can build faster and automate smarter with AI. So SAP Joule for developers is a collection of embedded AI capabilities for SAP build and ABAP, delivering through Joule that accelerates development of apps, extensions, reduces cost by 30% of your development, and improves developer proficiency. So using this SAP Joule for developers, instead of you writing the code, you just put a question, it will generate the code, and you can just use that code in your projects.
Hey Bobby, Naga this side. So can I use Claude to design the architecture
Yes.
and then paste the code in Joule for activation?
No. See, I'll tell you what. You can use Claude. to get the code. Even Joule is also doing the same thing. So you are telling, okay, I'm talking about Joule for developers. Okay, okay, you can use the Claude tool and put a question and ask to please generate the code, ABAP code. Yes, same thing even Joule for developers also will do. It's a different vendors. SAP has its own tool called Joule for developers.
I think 2026 SFE Sapphire now announced that Cloud is
Yes,
integrated. So
yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. You're right.
with that, I think all these things go away with the Cloud, or how it will be
They have
changed.
integrated in SAP Joule. See, let us assume that the BTP is there. You have different services. The services are from the Amazon Web Service or the services from the uh, uh, Azure. Okay, but your platform is front end is showing BTP only, right? Yes or no? So backend Joule is using the cloud, but your front end is Joule only.
Yeah. That MCP will be take care of that, right?
Yes. So your front end, you will not come to know what is happening in the back, right? Yes or no?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Any more questions? Okay, so that's all for the demo. So any questions, guys, until now?
Daily recording session will be shared, right? Because sometimes we may not be
Yeah,
able to
I'll
attend.
share. See, every day, once the training is completed, I'll be uploading the recording video, and I'll be uploading recording video will be there view access for 1 year, and whatever the programs, what are the PPTs every day which I'm explaining, those I'll be uploading. You will be able to download. And every week on Friday, I'll be giving exercises based on the topic which are covered on that week. And once the training is completed, I'll be uploading interview question and answers, study materials, resume template, where we can download. Recording video will be there view access for 1 year.
It's Monday to Friday, right?
Monday to Friday. Yes, you're right.
Hey, hi, Bobby. This is Meghraj.
Yeah, please.
I'm from the functional background. Actually, I'm a SAP SD functional consultant with 15 plus years of experience. Is it how far this training will be helpful for me, taking into the context of the future? Because you know that the world is changing very drastically. So, on that basis, after seeing that it is SAP Joule and AI, those terminology, I joined this, but I have zero background in the ABAP side. So, how far it will be helpful for me?
So as I said that those who have taken the join my training, I'm going to provide a free ABAP recording videos. Correct?
So, you are saying that ABAP is very much mandatory to take this training.
Correct, because we are developing RAP applications based on the ABAP background. RAP is nothing but ABAP only, right?
Agreed.
Okay, so coming back to the SAP Joule, SAP build. So you see now, I'll tell you the futuristic how it will be. There is nothing like developer functional. We have the AI tools. It's how we learn new things. Okay, yeah. Any more questions?
Yes, I can. Follow-up question, sorry. See, I can understand that the future will be mixed up. It's not something that we will stick to the one area. So, whatever the ABAP training that you are going to provide, how tough it will be for a functional guy, and how long it will take to me to learn? If I'll go maybe 2 hours a day, will I catch this bus, whatever running regularly? So that's my concern. I should not be that odd man out in the class that not understanding anything kind of. So if I'll start learning whatever the ABAP training that you are providing as a recording, if I'll go through that, and how fast I can catch this.
See, that's what I'm planning to say. I don't know. I'll repeat it again. Okay. So I have not put everything in ABAP. I have put the basic ABAP, little bit advanced ABAP. So if you go through this and the combination of the SAP Joule for developers, you will be in a position start developing the applications. by yourself. There's nothing now. The future, now the revolution has come in the picture that you need not require to know in-depth knowledge on the technologies, because all the Joule for developers, AA tools, which someone talked about, cloud, everything is giving you. It's now the changing. There is nothing that we now. Let us. I'm from SAP. Now tomorrow they will ask me to learn to the Azure, work Azure. Yes, I can work because of the technology which I have. Now the world is changing drastically. It's not that you are in SAP, you will be knowing this. No. Tomorrow they will say the work on Azure. Yes, we will be in a position. This is how I will say.
Thanks. I agree with you on this point, Bobby. Could you please share the ABAP recording so I can plan accordingly myself and I will make myself ready for this class?
Sure, sure, definitely.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, thanks. Any more questions?
Bobby,
Yeah, please tell me.
sorry if I have missed this thing. Rest of the things I understood what will be the topics covered. Uh, what is specifically we are going to learn on ABAP on cloud and BTP?
Yeah, I'm going to show now. I'm going to show that now. I'm going to show the course details now. I'm sharing my screen. Okay.
Okay.
Bobby, one more thing regarding the course duration and timing. Can you just repeat it again? I'm not able to.
Course duration is 45 hours. Okay. And timings is Monday to Friday. Okay. Morning 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST. Okay. So okay. So now coming back to, I think we are already running out of the time. I'll just go fast. Okay.
Yeah, it's Sunday. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll start with ABAP CDS views. Okay. Because that is the base to develop the any applications in ABAP methodology. That is future of this. ABAP CDS views, syntax rules, table functions, basic expressions, built-in functions, associations, cardinalities, okay, value helps, case statements, everything. Then we will discuss about the what is virtual data model. Okay, and then we will be start developing the RAP methodologies. Okay, so let us assume that okay, we are going to develop the list report object page Fiori app. Okay, list analytical list page Fiori app, overview page Fiori app using RAP methodologies. Okay, and we will be defining the entity implementations, custom entity, data models, query implementation class, implementing filters, unmanaged use case, managed use case, how to consume a BAP in the RAP methodology. Okay, how to upload the data from Excel sheet. This is very important. How to upload the Excel sheet data and consume in the RAP applications and insert the data into the table. How to upload the attachments. How to consume external third-party API into RAP application. That is called side-by-side extensions. Okay, so this all managed, unmanaged use case, how to implement BAPIs in the RAP methodologies. Everything we'll be discussing, and we'll be deploying RAP application in the SAP on-premises system and display as a tile in the Fiori launchpad using the creating catalogs, tiles, spaces, pages, and everything we'll be going to do. And then we will be developing ABAP on cloud. We'll go add an instance in the ABAP in the cloud, and we'll start developing the ABAP on cloud RAP methodology, managed, unmanaged, crude operations, ODATA V4, ODATA V5. This all the things will be covered here in this part. Okay, and also we will be working on the extension of the standard Fiori app using the SAP S4 HANA in-app extensions. Okay, using SAP key user extensibility, custom fields, custom business logic, everything, custom reusability elements, everything we'll be doing using in-app extensions. And then we will be developing a RAP application in the BTP, deploying into the BTP, and we'll create different sub accounts, and we will move the application from one sub account to another sub account using SAP Cloud Transport Management, SAP Continuous Integration, and we'll integrate our Fiori application to the GitHub. Okay, and then and then we will start with SAP. Where is that? Joule. So what is Joule and how is built? Set up build code in SAP BTP, develop a project using SAP build lobby, develop not this one. Okay, so Joule skill, what is Joule orchestration? Joule for developers, we will be doing it. So this is overall the complete extension of the standard Fiori apps also will be doing. So these are the overall the high level topics of the training, detail level, so not high level. So what is EML, what is behavior definition, what is behavior projections, error handling, crude operations, what is E-tags, lock masters, troubleshootings, everything. Service definition, service bindings.
Theory elements also covering, right?
Yes, absolutely. That's what, no, if you look at here, developing overview page Fiori app, developing analytical list page Fiori app, developing list report object Fiori app, using SAP Fiori elements, will consume the RAP or data service and will develop. Okay, any questions?
Clear.
Okay, so that's all this. I'm starting new batch from June 16th onwards. Okay, okay. Thanks for